Okay, camera loaded again. Moving on, continuing with my biggest print and play project ever. This is Ausonia, which I paid for. Print and play deck builder. It's really nice, varied artwork. I think it's is supposed to play on in some kind of alternate Venice in late Renaissance. The artwork is really nice. Very attractive artwork. This is, I think, the base game. We had previously seen the expansions. So I think you draw from a single deck, and Splendor style, increase your engine with cards like these, and these are wild cards. So you have, they are called power for thematic reasons, but and there is also the race. Race mechanic, where you can raise cards that you banished, I think. I haven't really studied the rules. There was also a playmat, but the playmat was so large that I have to cut it out in 2 A3s. And well, if I like the game enough, then I'll do that, but it's not a priority right now. So these are very simple to cut out. Straightforward PnP build. There are some kind of prestige trackers with units, and then you cover up the card with tens. Not really sure why it goes. Oh wait, this is not 09, it's 60. So it goes until 60. And there's another. And another. And then we have some extra cards. Schemer, Hoarder, Minimalist, Emerald Baron. And Corruptor, Shard Hunter, Investor, Gobbler, and Mining Monopolist. And there's a turn sequence, 4 turn sequences. And these are the backs. So this is a different back than this one. So maybe these are AI. Maybe these are AI. But in that case, you would have 5 plus 5, 10 AIs. Well, I have to figure it out. Well, it's good that it says Ausonia, because it could have been also one to pick. This looks like some kind of roles that you take on, or I think this is the AI. So that means that you have 8 AIs, and the blood vessel, for example, has influence 3, discard 1, discard 1. Cards with only one type of gem in their cost. I'm not sure, I'll just build it and we'll see how far we get. Next up is Arkham Horror. Fan expansion with Frozen Lake, Eerie Mist, Bleak Overlook. And got Clatour, so it must be something Nordic. And apparently you can just fold them. So if you glue the middle part, if you cut out the outer sides and glue in the middle part, you can just fold them. Locations for Sucks Hole, Lone Lighthouse, Mount Stapafel. No idea. Usually it writes let's see, Act 2, Act 1, Seeking Myths. This is some kind of cave that you are in with some light shining in. Egil, yeah, before Egil is summoned to the mortal realm. So this is Crown of Egil. That's great artwork. And I'm pretty sure the scenarios, the fan-based scenarios, will not be perfectly balanced, but we all know that Final Fantasy also doesn't shine particularly in the balancing fields. Berserker's Rage, so you just shouldn't take it too seriously. Yeah, it's great, it's great. Easy to build. They're all the same structure. Rockfall. Treacheries. Enemies. The Crown. So the Crown of Egil is a campaign, and there are various sub-stories. The Crown is probably the introduction, and I hope that the setup will be clear enough. Swallow Hole. Nice wordplay. Too narrow fissure. very small text, but I can read it, and it's a good. This is also a reason why you don't want to print it at home. Egil beckons. Kind of thorough. Well, they're just free to download online. You can find it if you want. Spectral forms. Scotta. Icelandic, Nordic, I don't know. Does it matter? Faces in the mist. I don't see a face in the mist. I see footing. Oh, we could use these dogs, sled dogs, for example, in this game. Become the mist, love the mist, embrace the mist, and worship the mist. Act 1, Act 2. Well, not too many typos, so that's a relief. I can expect the worst by now. Professor Shirley De Morris, Yum Yum Bambalo. No idea. I should have paid attention to the pack icon. I think it is. These belong together because of the same pack icon. Okay, easy to print. I mean, easy to build. Trivial to print. So I think I'll have to make a third box holding the fourth box actually, because I already have a third box for the custom campaigns from Arkham Central. And this is a second chapter. And bleeding fungus. That's a nice artwork. Yeah. Okay, going somewhat quicker. It's just a lot of cards. Things with mists, ancient weapons. No idea who Egil is or what Egil is. Bridge to Valhalla. Oh, it's a good idea. It gives a good idea what it is about. This is different pack. So much for the Arkham Horror parts. Next up is Grimm World, first steps. This is it originated by a German dude on Board Game Geek, and to access that you had to have an account, and later he put up a Discord so we can discuss the balance issues, if any, or the card designs on Discord, which I also used, and you don't need a Board Game Geek account for this. He suggested to not use a professional printer, but the problem is that the texts, there are lots of text in on every card. You want it as sharp as possible, so that's why I threw his advice in the wind. Apparently it plays in Grimm, in the Grimm tales, the classical fairy tales. So you will have Snow White and the Red Riding Hood and stuff like that. But then in a adventure setting where you take steps and you align cards for skills, and you need to spend coins, so it's a more adult version of Grimm World. I don't know what this is about. It's probably not needed. Meadow. So there are several overland area types. You have meadow, forests, some others, mountains, village, and you can also meet a merchant where you can buy stuff, the prices, and I think you have to roll dice or something, but it is mostly card based. This might be your starting location. This is weird stuff. Allow card back image to bleed all the way to the card edges. So it's not completely designed yet, I think. Eventually this will become a Kickstarter, but it's not nearly not ready. The Calm Before the Storm, the festival. So several stories are already included. We have chapters, we have this again. I have no need for this. I want to take it out and reuse this. Tromba, Triha, Fallen Stone Inn. Yeah, I'm not. I already told him that this font choice makes sense because it's medieval Germany, but it's hard to read, and this is sans serif and it should be serif, but he was struggling with copyright, and apparently you can't simply use Georgia if you have a commercial game. I would say it's worth it, and it's not commercial yet. This is experimental quality, as you can see. Not sure what this is about. Okay, the Wandering Horde, a horde of bandits. So yeah, apparently depending on your choice, you go to Z17 or Z18, and there are variations in what happens. So that's something that I like a lot. So you can replay it and make other choices. There's also a save and load for instruction. These are quick reference sheets, I think. Some other playtesters already entered some errata. These errata are included in this version, so it should be more or less readable. Wood for the Tavern, Wine for the Grandmother, the Wild Boar, Escort, Remove the Rats, Ore for the Blacksmith, Kill the Unicorn, and the Two Giants. There's some really interesting ideas, and I don't think anyone on Earth has printed it this quality. But Money is not an issue for me. So, why not? The light goes out, no light in Trunda, no light in Bridgetown, no light in Mount, no light in Ponza, the dead wild boar, pork on the spit, and giant reward. Okay, so what you do is you these go back and front, so Y09 is Y09 and Y09 is Y09C, and this area type overland belongs to this overland area type. Okay, cool. And they are the same thing here. Master of all merchants, Rhino, Master of all merchants, Master of all hunters, Master of all thieves, the Grimm Reaper's Doctor, search for explosives, and explosives expert. Nice. So yeah, you can if it works and if the manual is readable, then you'll have adventure of all your favorite fairy tales in a box instead of in a large book, and you can play with it. So that would be really cool. At the expert home, is there somebody who's there? Is there still somebody? The blast, one of them. Clues. Yeah, great. And apparently you have several branching paths. Not all of them are branching. The reward, blood and steel, gratitude, the dust settles, the boar in the forest, some kind of complicated table. I'm really happy to have this in this quality. Hero of the Cauldron, Magical Knights, and Unicorn Butcher, and this is another area, overland area map. Not sure how they work, because you have to make a choice which one. I think these red squares are where you place enemy tokens. I think the enemy tokens are abstracted. So okay, nearing the end. This is the final step. So the box is finally empty. It's a giant project, this combat training, like so. Stand in front of the training hall, combat training A, B, C. So apparently when you are instructed to take A50, you take them one at random. And then stuff happens. Visiting grandmother. This is Red Riding Hood. The old version that you probably didn't get read as a bedtime story. Merchants, scouts. Arrival in Ponza, found the red, the flute is muted. This is the story about the Pied Piper. And Jesus, what is this? Whatever. I just downloaded the entire file, and I didn't check everything. I did check the sanity of the download, but these card front image things, I don't remember. Pickaxe to happiness, the battle in the ruins, death to the merchants. I think it's death, but depends on the context. Protect the cargo transport. The flute play begins. Apparently you have to go into a flute contest or something. The animal with the born. Escape to the north. Looks intriguing. I mean, you must give him that. Strange tables. Enemies have the initiative, so this is some kind of combat. The ladies and their lover. The ladies who hunt you, and the girl and her brothers. The fearless man. Will you beat your lover dead? Uh-oh. Negotiation. And the mountain pass. These strange markings again. And we have again Ausonia. No, yes, this is Masters of Shadow. So these go together. Apparently, Masters of Shadows has a black back. Oh, not all of them. Also nice. Blue back. Oh, okay. Some nice cards here. Yeah, that's the difference between hiring an artist or not. Excavation. Well, the cards are intriguing. They are intriguing. What is this? It's completely black. Raise 2 cards in a single turn for excavation. This looks like an AI stack. Noble benefactor. Or they are, how do you say, achievements. So if you gain 10 influence in a single turn, or you manage to draw 4 extra cards in a single turn, or they are missions. Apparently you have missions in Sonia. Fascinating. The rope of the hanged man, prisoner's shackle. So it's not all happiness there. Certainly some dark influences. And okay, so this is a boss thing. I hope the rulebook is good, or the QRC or something. So it has, of course, some Christian themes. Ancient Codex. Portrait of the Lady. Spark of Time, Staff of Power, Chains of Agony. Cool. Dark Shrouds, some keys, iron key. Okay, we get the picture. And the end. Okay, so next up is for the 1200 pages to take out the corners. So that's 4,000 times taking out the corners and then aligning them for gluing. And the way I glue is I use pins to pinpoint the exact starting point on the sheet, then I fix it in place. I fold over half. I use the leg roller to roll